G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for part number 5 of my Beginner's Vitality Caster Ritualist playthrough. Last episode I told you to go and get some more daggers, and hopefully you've done so. I definitely have. I ran through the, the Mountain Deeps down here. I did this dungeon or area 3 times, I think. I completely cleared it 3 times, and I got a few daggers to look at. I put this one aside because I was thinking I would probably use this one. Now, what we're looking for here is some sort of useful prefix, and Stalwart is kind of okay. 4% defensive ability is alright. This one, however, is not even as good as the one I'm wearing, because the vitality damage percentage is less, and we've traded offensive ability for defensive ability. So this one is actually not even as good as what I already have. As far as rare prefixes and suffixes go, I was expecting this to be a lot easier to get rare ones, but this is the only rare that I got, and unfortunately Plague Bearers, it's not very good. It does have a damage proc on it, but it is the wrong damage type. So definitely could use this. Having the reduced target's resistances on it most likely makes it better. So actually I may end up using that. But the vitality damage percentage and the complete lack of, well, not complete lack, but the vitality decay is quite low as well. So Plague Bearers is kind of interesting. Of Thunder is completely worthless. Although I do have a lightning proc from somewhere. Was it the shoulders? There we go. So that's actually not as worthless as I thought, but I'm probably not going to use that. Stalwart, again, this is trading OA for DA. Decaying of Decay. Decaying itself is kind of okay now. We have got, where is it? I did put a point in Bone Harvest here, which does main hand damage, so we are dragging that flat damage into Bone Harvest. So Decaying of Decay could be useful. We've got Chilled of Decay, which is rubbish. Let's put the ones I'm not going to use down here. Decaying of Decayed, I could use that one. I think, yeah, this one is just better, so we'll toss that one aside. Stalwart of Alacrity just doesn't have the damage percentage that I want, so we'll be throwing those ones. Decaying of Decay, we'll have a look at that. Decaying of Decay. This is going to be the most common one you're going to get, is going to be Decaying of Decay. And it is kind of looking like that this one is going to be the way to go. Up to you if you want to dual wield them. Now, I happen to have a pretty good offhand here. Soleil's Malice is what you want on your offhand. But if you don't have a good offhand, absolutely dual wield 2 of these and you will definitely have a good time. Also note that the next highest level version of these daggers is going to be at 35. And then I think the next one was 50. So if you're sitting at level 32 or something around about now, I would stop farming and just go with what you have. All right, I'm going to get rid of these, and I am going to continue not dual wielding. I like my Breath of Death damage proc there, so I'm going to keep using that. Spirit, I think I said I was going to go up to 30. We'll see if I get to 30 and still want more, but for now we're going to stop at 30. And then as far as skill points go, I think we leave Shaman for now. The things I'm looking for in Shaman, Mogdragon's Pact, the entire line is quite good. We're not using a two-hander, so that's no good. And then, I mean, the Storm Totems. If you get Corrupted Storm here, this will convert Storm Totems to Vitality Totems, which is pretty good. And then Wendigo Totems can be nice. The actual totem itself will give you a heal, regardless of how much damage it actually does. As long as it hits something and you are close to it, you will get that heal. And then Blood Pact over here will give you a buff. So if you happen to be standing near it, you'll get some vitality damage, some percent vitality and bleeding stuff, and some additional attack damage converted to health. This is nice, but I'm not... Actually, both of the totems are kind of nice, but they're not the main part of the build. So Shaman can probably wait for a little bit. I'm thinking Harbinger of Souls up here is something I want. I I do want to get at least 1 point in Foul Eruption. Probably I'll stop at 1, at least for a little while. And we could maybe put a point or a few points into Siphon Souls as well. Decay I want to max out. I want some points in Mark of Torment. And I'm going to put a point into Dread and then max out Soul Harvest. The buff from Soul Harvest is really, really nice. The extra range from Dread, you're getting an extra 2 meters. You're also getting some Vitality Decay and the chance to confuse, and just generally good utility point. So I think what I'm going to do is 1 or 2 points per level for a little while in the bar, and 1 point per level in Decay, and we'll just kind of see how we go. I do want to get a point in Siphon Souls as well, but that would give me 4 spells already, so maybe we leave that for a little while. Okay, I do have a quest to go and turn in. I always forget the Broken Hills, I always forget Minerva. I always forget my free stat point, so let's go collect that. There we go. 1 attribute point, which, yep, that's going into Spirit. The other thing we could do, actually, before we get started on Homestead things, let's go do the Steps of Torment. Now, I'm not going to do the full Skeleton Key dungeon. I'm probably not even going to go kill Zarthuzalan unless I accept the quest for it by mistake. I'm not planning on doing Zarthuzalan, but if I accidentally accept the quest, I may end up doing it. The plan is, go in, maybe get the treasure trove, maybe get the Exalted Stash, depending on if I find them, and get the Devotion Shrine. That's pretty much it. I just want the Devotion Shrine. Anything else is, you know, bonus and or not interested. The downside, of course, is that getting there is a decent bit of running. Alright, these guys should die pretty quickly. There we go, grab the loot. Throw another volcano at them, and we will be on our way. Looks like I lucked out on the totem spawns here. There is an undead totem that can spawn there. Could also be just here. Nope, it's not going to be here. It could be here as well. And I will, of course, be going into the little hidden area here and getting the hidden spoils, because I like the loot. Also, I just enjoy the hidden loot that's, you know, in the walls and in little sections that aren't on the map. The loot itself is never going to be particularly amazing, but it's good fun. Alright, the oligarchs are gone, and I've had enough of this. You keep your quest to kill Zarthuzalan. Okay, welcome to the Steps of Torment. This is, I think, the first treacherous domain we've been in for this character. Generally speaking, you're going to have 1 positive, so players are blessed. That means I am blessed with +2 to maximum every resistance type, which is nice. And then the monsters have 8% more health and 10% attack speed. So the modifiers at this point in the game are not going to be particularly devastating, but they do get stronger later, and there's some you want to watch out for, but this one's fine. Checking here for a treasure trove, it's obviously not there. And moving deeper. We're getting close to the proc on the Wendigo as well. I think I need 4 more, something like that. Alright. Let's run away from this pack. I could stand there and blow them up, but realistically, we're only here for the Devotion Shrine. Any XP we get is actually going to potentially make things a little bit harder. Sorry, did I say not interested in XP? I lied. Alright, Valavan the Wandering Soul. Down he goes. I'm checking in this room here as well for the treasure trove. It's not there, which is unfortunate because I do want it. I also think it can spawn along this edge here. I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me, but I believe it can spawn along this edge. Alright, we got a reflective boss, which... not a big fan. There we go. all the procs coming together with the multiple volcanoes. Definitely good. That's another thing to point out as well. With regards to the bone spikes, dual wielding them is probably actually better because you get the 0.4 second cooldown reduction. So if we have a look here, the third bottom line there, minus 0.4 second skill recharge for Ravenous Earth. And you also get that massive pile of vitality damage to Devouring Swarm. That kind of turns it into a nuke. Almost doubles its on-hit damage, actually. So that could be quite good. Alright, before I run through here and... Actually, we'll do the Devotion Shrine first. That's fine. Alright, mission number 1, kill the priest. Mission number 2, kill anything that's following us. And then we'll pop the shrine. There's going to be stuff that spawns on the other side of the wall. It's incredibly annoying, but it kind of is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it, certainly. There's level 30. What did I say I was doing? 1 in decay, and then was it 2 in the bar? Something like that. I am tempted to get Siphon Souls, just have another button to push, but I think we'll leave it for now. And then Spirit Point number 30. You'll love to see it. Let's kill off our friends over here. None of them are priests, which is... Well, I just ran over here and there's 4 priests. Let's go ahead and kill them. Yeah, that's the priests dealt with. Everything in the area is kind of cleared. What did I just say? Alright, that's fine. Let's just pop this. Yeah, I don't see any priests. I don't think they spawned... Oh, no, I take it all back. They definitely spawned on the other side of the wall. Alright, we can kill this guy. I believe he is actually calling friends out of the ground or out of the afterlife. And then there's one more guy behind the wall there. 2 more, 3 more guys behind the wall there. Alright, we're done. And I've picked up Padala's Will. Now, this is a very good drop. +1 to all skills in Necromancer is pretty good. So at this point in time, that is going to give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skill points. Which is a lot more than the 0 skill points that I'm getting from this. Now, I will lose that Doombolt proc, but I don't think I care. This is very common in terms of a drop. You will get it from shrines, you will get it from totems. As soon as you're around level 30, so let's say level 28 or so, the chances of getting one of these is very, very nice. So, energy regen, good to see it. Like I said though, you probably get more damage out of a second bone spike. This is the safer option with Gluttony though. So I'm going to go with this one. Up to you what you choose to do. And as far as devotion points go, let's get some more spirit and some more health. Alright, we are done here. However, I do know that there is... Well, I do know that there can be a treasure trove just down here. And there's a few other places where it could be as well. So I'm just going to go on a little bit of a run up the side here. And just see if I can see... I think there's another point along this wall here. But it's definitely not there. Here we go. So, I have got my treasure trove here. I've still got a couple of dynamites left. Got Tremor. Not great, not horrible. And this is as far as I'm going to go, actually. I don't need to go and kill Zarthuzalan, so let's just... let's go back to Homestead. I'm very lucky to get Padala's Will there. Like I said, it's a fairly common drop, so I would not be surprised if most of you who are playing along did in fact get it, but some of you definitely won't. And like I said, if you don't, you will actually get more damage from dual wielding this, but Gluttony and an offhand is the safer option. Alright, let's just have a quick look here. If we do TY, only one Y, TYDA is going to give me vitality damage. Double rare, okay. Still not as good. So we're not going to use that. And this shield as well, probably no good. Okay, that's fine. So we already picked up the quest to go and destroy the Aether Cow, and we also have the quest for destroying the eggs. So let's go ahead and do that. Also, I've got soul shards now, so I probably should put them on my rings. Having said that, my vitality resistance is almost capped without them, so I think I'm going to leave it for the moment. And we'll just go and crush some eggs and do some stuff out here in the fields. Alright. Eggs here. We can kill them with just the swarm. And if I can just drop a couple of little ravenous earth behind me, then that will kill off a lot of the bugs that are chasing me. Not all of them, mind you, but a lot of them. Okay. And what are we up to? Is that 9? That's 9. So we need one more. I'm going to go back up to following this road here. If you follow this road here, you'll end up in Dayla's cavern here, or Dayla's cabin, which we can go grab her diary. That's another quest there. You can read her diary if you wish. Nothing at all weird about raiding someone's sock drawer and stealing their diary. It's completely normal. I did see that devotion shrine there, but I'm still missing one pile of eggs, so we're just going to go and collect that. There we go. We're at 10 lots of eggs. I am absolutely going to be killing old mate here. Vildrix the Void touched. Off he goes, back to the Void. And now we're going for the devotion shrine. The other thing I'm looking for over here is the waypoint and the quest item for, is it Matthias or Marthas? I can never remember. But someone Everbrook and his will, his last will and testament. He could be in this barn. So if you have a look on the map, there's your shrine. Could be in the barn here. He'll be just a body in the middle of the floor. He's not here for me. Could also be in this building. He'll be at the bottom of the bed here. He's not here for me. There's 2 more places to check. One of which is... Oh, hello. You look like you're made out of loot and XP, so... I'm sorry to your surviving family, if there are any. Next place I want to check is just here. So in here could be the body... maybe it's there. Hang on. Rotting corpse. You can kind of see it there. There we go. That's going to be where it is. So the last will of Marthas Everbrook. Go ahead and pick it up. This is one of the... it's a quest item that will unlock the ability to blow up a dynamite site, which will give you an exalted stash. Which is a free blue item, basically. Once you get to level 50-ish, you could potentially get purples out of them, but it's basically a free blue item. Okay, so next thing I want, now that I've got the quest item, is I want this rift gate, and then we are going to go and rescue a demon from being possessed by a little girl. Or from being stuck inside the little girl. But before we do that, let's read all about it. Here's another journal. Just stealing everybody's journals today. It's not weird, I swear. I mean, it's a little bit weird. Okay. Rebel Sky Effigy. Not really what we're after. Why do I feel like we didn't spend... It's because we didn't. 5% total speed. Beautiful stuff. Alright, blow the cave in. Let's head in. This one is very important. Because we are going to be needing a helmet from a skeleton key dungeon, probably before we finish normal difficulty, or maybe even before we go to Act 5 over here, we might go and do the Tomb of the Heretic for a Magi's helmet. But we need skeleton keys for that, and for that we need Blood of Chthon to craft them. So, Callista here, you can look at her face, she doesn't look okay. Let's take the bottom options until something seems off, and then you are a demon deceiver, and then we go ahead and attack. And we should pretty much just be able to spam our skills and more or less just face tank Balognath here. Now we are standing in goop, so as soon as this dies, I'm going to evade away. Actually before it died, but I had planned to do it after it died. You can see there the fire on the floor. You are going to end up standing in fire when you're fighting the demon, but we have enough lifesteal that we should be fine. Okay, Blood of Chthon. You can use that to craft skeleton keys. Don't have the blueprint for it just yet. Probably, well not probably, I maybe should have done that while we were in the... Actually, I'm thinking I should have actually got that skeleton key while we were there. I might go get it. I wasn't planning on doing it, but for the price of killing one additional boss, we could get a free skeleton key. So let's just see if I can do it. My apologies to everyone who cleared their rift and now can't actually do this or has to run all the way back. The other thing you could do is just not, and then you don't need to run all the way down here. That would also be fine. Alright, if you are going to fight this boss, Zarthuzalan does a ton of fire damage. Make sure your fire is capped. And then let's go ahead and just do that. Okay, Zarthuzalan, don't even bother attacking him more than just throwing a couple spells at him. He is going to summon a bunch of priests any second now. So I'm just going to... He doesn't want to do it. Come on, call your buddies up. I know they're coming. Is he not doing it? Do you not have friends? Where did your friends go? I am very confused. Normally he calls up about 20 different skeletons, usually 2 or 3 priests as well. So I was going to say, don't bother trying to get him down, because he's just going to summon priests and they'll heal him up before you can kill them, so you wait for them to come out. And then you kill him after you take them out. But apparently, he just didn't want to do it today. So we got Zarthuzalan's Codex of Rituals. If you plan a fire build, not bad, but otherwise not particularly useful. I have a feeling that I need to turn the quest in here. Is it going to be faster to run? Yeah, we'll just run this way. I think I'm going to have to go do this run again. Alright, well, let's do it then. I came all the way out here twice. We may as well finish it. Should have gone that way as well. Oh well. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Just a little bit of running around, it's fine. Hopefully I won't have to come back down here. I have a feeling I'm going to have to, though. There is a ghost who spawns in front of the skeleton key door, who gives you the blueprint to craft skeleton keys, and also gives you a skeleton key. Go ahead and use it on the door if you want. I would say, though, probably best to save it, so as we can use it for the Tomb of the Heretic. We are going to be trying to get a helmet from one of the Magi, and the Magi are behind the skeleton key door for the Tomb of the Heretic, so if they don't drop it, then we'll have to spend another skeleton key for another attempt. But that's a little ways away as well. We'll probably have enough Blood of Chthon to craft a few extra as well, probably 8 to 10 chances by the time we get there. So it'll be fine. Okay, alright, beautiful. So I didn't need to run back. Excellent. Okay, so skeleton key blueprint and 1 skeleton key. That's kind of all I wanted. Okay, let's go back to what I was doing before. This is not the most efficient way to spend your time, but anyway. It is what it is. I was going to Riftgate back here after we rescued Callista anyway. And if you haven't found your if you haven't found the last will of Marthas Everbrook by this point, it's going to be in this building. So just in here, there'll be a body on the floor, same as the other ones, and that will have your quest item on it. So in this building here, directly to the, like, literally due west, or in this building here, just up the road, or in one of these two buildings here. So it will be in one of those four every single time. You just got to go find it. The other thing I'll point out here is that the totem in the Rotting Croplands is a little bit scary. And when I say a little bit scary, I mean it's pretty terrifying. It is an ancient Aetherwarp totem. You can probably do it, but you will most likely need to kite, where you drop stuff on the floor and just kind of run away. And then hope stuff dies, come back, or maybe they chase you and you just keep dropping Ravenous Earth on the ground and then running away. You are almost certainly going to have to kite, even with the amount of lifesteal we have. That totem just puts out crazy amounts of damage. So this is the detonation site. Here's my guaranteed blue item. Unfortunately, none of that is particularly good. So that's unfortunate, but these things are really good though. The Flesh-Warped Cask comes with Pierce and Elemental Resistance baked into it, and then you could potentially, I didn't, but you could get another couple of resistances on top of that. So these helmets can be really good. The shoulders as well come with Pierce, Resistance, and +3 to Spectral Wrath. These are actually really good. I will be able to wear those soon, I think. Mystic is nice. That's 5% Spirit. We do have actually a lot of Spirit, but not enough Physique to wear it. So anyway, I've got my 30 points in Spirit, so I'm putting 1 point in Physique there. I don't have another Devotion point. Not yet. Alright, but yeah, the whole set of the Flesh Warp stuff is really good. There's also a breastplate, which, if you have enough Physique to equip it, is really good too. It does have a decent amount of Necromancer bonuses. I can't remember exactly what they are, but I definitely remember it had some good stuff on it. Alright, we're looking for this cave entrance as well. This is another random spawn location kind of thing. Mine is here. It can spawn here, it can spawn here, it can spawn over here, just in this general area. So go ahead and find it, and let's go inside. Alright, so this first little tunnel entrance, this one right here, we want to go down there. Not for anything in particular. Well, actually, that's a lie. It's for one thing in particular. Potentially two. There could be an Exalted Stash in there, so it's another chance for you to get your Pedala's Will, if you don't already have one. And there's also Anoxus the Hive Guard is down here. So this, if it's not broken, just walk through there, because that's the way we're going. Anoxus is pretty much always here. You'll see the green aura. He's Aether Enchanted, or Corrupted, I think it is. And here's my Exalted Stash, which is nice. I found it in the first spot. So there's the door we came down. If you just pop in here, Exalted Stash. I've got a Tainted Blade of Nereval, which actually has some vitality damage and casting speed on it, which is not horrible. However, it is acid and poison damage based. It doesn't have any skill points that I want. It doesn't reduce the cooldown on my main spell, and that Bloody Pox proc is bleeding damage, so no. At this point, you could just leave. I'm going to go hunt down Anoxus. It's just kind of a habit at this point that I usually kill him. Assuming he's here. I don't think I've ever had him not be here. Yeah, there he is. So, get out of the goop, kill off his buddies. And he should go down decently quickly. Definitely don't want to be standing in this, and he's going to drop another one when he dies. So he'll cast one at a time, and then another when he dies. What have we got here for blues? I just picked up a blue chest, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, that looks kind of whatever. Okay, that's fine. I'm done here. I killed an Oxus. I mean, I'm pretty sure I killed everything, actually. Let's get out of here. So yeah, we're down here for the Exalted Stash, and you can kill an Oxus if you want to. It's more faction reputation with Homestead, and, you know, potentially loot and such. Also, just here, or over here, you're going to find... Where is it? Is it Lozakal? Yeah, Lozakal's pheromone gland comes from the boss, whose name is Lozakal. You need to kill him. And then we'll come up this way, or if this way is blocked for you, just come around this way. We want to go into this little section here. There is also this hidden loot. You want to come up here, you'll get 2 guaranteed green, potentially blue items. It's almost always going to be 2 greens, though. I don't think they're any... I don't think they're any good. Anyway, let's go downstairs. So this little section here, this exists only to get you through to the next area and to provide another location where your Exalted Stash may be. So this walkway here, this is where I want to go. This is usually, or maybe not usually, but often is going to be blocked. And I'm trying to get to the cave entrance. If you haven't already found your Exalted Stash though, it could be just here. So you may have to come up here, and you may have to go through this section because this one's blocked. But Exalted Stash over here, maybe. And then we go down here to the Den of the Lost. Now, we don't really need to kill Gollus, but I'm going to. And all of his buddies down here potentially can drop us a nice shiny new weapon, maybe. Or a shield that we don't need. That could also happen. Mystic of Decay, there we go. It's saying it's plus 96 damage. Is it? I don't know. Yeah, it will be actually. So this is a higher level base. I don't have enough cunning to wear it though. That is unfortunate. It's alright, we're going to be getting Soul Harvest now. Alright. So Soul Harvest here is going to give us flat, vitality, and cold. And because Bone Harvest uses main hand damage, that means we can add all of our flat damage. So these daggers, if you have Decaying and it gives you 8 vitality damage, that gets added onto Bone Harvest. It does not get added onto Ravenous Earth, and it will not get added also onto Devouring Swarm. You need to have the line, whatever percentage, main hand damage. Otherwise, any amount of flat damage just does nothing for us. Alright, let's get some more physique. Do I want to wear this helmet? It has more armor. It has more health. It has resistances. I think the answer is yes. And I think I'll keep the ectoplasm. For now, we'll just leave that as is. I may put a runestone on there for some more Aether resistance. We'll see how we go. Okay, Decaying Bone Blade of Corrosion. It's kind of whatever. This is going to be a fight for me devotion shrine, so let's chuck some of these down. I'm going to retreat a bit so we can spray all kinds of fun things on these guys. And there we go. +1 devotion point. And that is going straight into the Wendigo for 10% less damage from beasts and a bunch of extra health. Which is great. Occult Skull. Poison stuff, kind of who cares. And the rest of this is also who cares. Alright. I'm going to go empty my inventory. I do still need bits for crafting. Which, I'm not going to do it for a little while, but I will do some crafting. Okay, I'm going to keep that. This doesn't have any resistances on it, but it does have... Yeah, I'll hang on to that. I may end up not using it, but I will hang on to it. Don't need you, don't need any of you. What are you? Decaying of Alacrity, no. What were those boots? Merciless of Thorns. No. We'll sell those for sure. Gloves. A little bit of Vitality res, otherwise no. And those ones are no as well. So when I'm looking at my armor and such, like all those boots and things that I've just sold. The reason, or the thing I'm looking for is basically armor and resistances, and that's kind of it. Skill bonuses if they have them, but I'm going to be looking for specific items that have skill bonuses. It's pretty unlikely that I'm going to find an item that I didn't know had skill bonuses and use it. It's possible, but it's unlikely. Okay, up here somewhere, we're going to find Gollus, the Deep Dweller. Where is he? Did I just mouse over him? No. Alright, let's just go say hi. There he is, Gollus the Deep Dweller. Does hit decently hard. But we deal a bit of damage and we lifesteal with every attack, basically. So down he goes, and he has some nice rings, maybe. Mighty of Scorched Runes. Piercing and elemental resistances. I'm probably not going to use that. I might swap out Cronley's Signet, but anyway, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Don't forget to grab the extra chest here, and as long as we're in the area for Lord of the Rings references, so this is Gollum. He has a really nice ring. Look at the picture of it. It looks like the One Ring. Here's a river between two statues. Are we getting Lord of the Rings references? There's actually a decent number of those in this game. So it's nice to see a game made by nerds. Alright, Trug Blood Mage, give me something nice. Oh, that's definitely not nice. Alright, let's head back upstairs. We got our devotion point, we spent our devotion point. We're not sitting on any attribute points. I'm just checking because I often forget them. And we're basically just going back the way we came. Because we have to get another pheromone gland, and then we have a queen to kill. And this is another reference to pop culture, because this is an Aliens reference. Okay, where is my good friend? Such a good friend, I've forgotten his name. He's gonna be over here. There he is. Inixil. I knew I would remember his name as soon as I saw it, mostly because I was reading it at the time. So Inixil here is going to have the other pheromone gland, and that will let us access the Queen's chamber. And we will go in there and kill her to death. Adept scripts. Are these any good? I almost never use them. It's lightning stuff. Okay, so the answer is no. Dreadnought footpads are definitely worth looking at. Level 40 required is not great, but it's a definite maybe. Okay, so here's the entrance to the Queen's Lair. Sealed by the Viziers, but I am the Viziers now because I have the pheromone glands. Well, let's go in. Now, the Queen's Lair is basically a big sort of... It's a smiley face with spiky bits jutting off the sides. So, the things to note in here is, one, the Queen. Seems obvious, but figured I'd point it out. The Queen is going to be at the north side of the center area. And she's stuck to the wall, so you can run around and loot all these little side chambers before you get there. There she is, just kind of stuck to the wall. We'll just drop down a ravenous earth. Come up here. Now this is the one you want to check first. If you haven't found your Exalted stash, this is the last spot where it will be. So I've now shown you every location, so you should be able to find it. And if you get in trouble with the Queen, you can hide in this little side room here. She'll send little guys at you, but honestly, they're not particularly scary. And if you want to fight her, you kind of want to just stay in melee range. So I'm just going to stay there. The poison, it's kind of whatever. You can use potions if you need to. She actually does more damage as a sort of overtime thing when she's stuck to the wall. When she gets off, she'll do a lot less damage, sort of continuous damage, but you really have to watch out when she screeches, which she's going to do here in a second. there's the screech, and meteors are going to fall from the sky. Or, I guess, technically speaking, they're not meteors, she's pulling the roof down on you. So just make sure you don't get hit by that, because there's usually 5 or 6 projectiles. I think they sunder, I'm actually not sure about that. Just don't get hit and you'll never have to find out. So that's the end of the smiley face. We're just standing in the nose section right now. You can see I mean, come on, you see the smiley face. It can't be only me. Alright, back to the hive entrance. Let's get out of here. We were here to kill the queen. Queen's dead. Let's go. Alright, the next thing we have to do is we have to kill the Aether Cow. Now, the Aether Cow is not really super scary, but I have only 28% Aether resistance. So I'm going to need to fix that. So let's head on over there, and then I will show you how to fix that. If you are like me, and you have almost nothing for Aether resistances, let me show you the way on how to get Aether resistances in a hurry. Because there's a couple of things we can do. And hopefully, I'm not going to clear my rift while I do them. Also, there would have been a totem up there. That's the one that I was talking about. You definitely do not want to do those on hardcore. I mean, give it a shot if you really want to, but it's not a good idea. It's probably... Would I say that's the second rippiest totem in the game? I think I would, actually. In terms of how dangerous they are when you get to them in a normal playthrough, I would actually say that they are probably the scarier totems. That one and the one in the Warden's Laboratory are easily the scariest. Alright, so we're in here, and I'm... Why can't I move? Okay, I'm doing a whole lot of clicking. This is kind of strange. Okay, there we go. I don't know what was going on there. I don't think that was a mouse problem. Alright, anyway, before we go near the barn, let's just jump back to town, and we can do a little bit of crafting. Because the easiest way to get a whole bunch of Aether resistance, and this is honestly all you need to do, is to just make salt. So come here, do a search for salt. Purified salts here will give you Aether wood. We're not using components. I mean, I'm not. You might be using the hollowed fangs. These are going to give you damage, but I'm not using those yet. So I'm just going to make 1 salt, and I know I have 1 in the bank, otherwise I would make 2. And we'll go from 28 to 48, and then from 48 up to 68, and that is enough. If you wanted to get fancy, you could go to, I think it's the Rovers, and buy yourself the runestone component. Actually, I'll just show it. Let's see if I can forget and clear my rift. I mention it now, so I should be good. I'm pretty sure it's Rovers here. Runestone, Spectre, Mark of Mogdrogan, Vengeful Wraith. Runestone, yeah. So you can grab one of these, and if you've got enough Aether crystals, you can go ahead and craft one of those, put it on your helmet. It'll give you, was it Elemental and Aether resistance? This, I believe, will actually cap my Aether resistance, so let's just see if I can make one. I might not have enough crystals, and that's fine. Honestly, 68% is more than enough, but let's just see here. What do we got? Wardstone times 3. Yep, I'll be able to make one of those. Okay. 1 runestone. Bingo, bango, bongo. 80% Aether res. Now, the auras do give you 3% maximum Aether res, so I could get 6% more from whatever source. I could drop one of the wardstones for an Aether Soul, which I think I should have. Yep, I have an Aether Soul here. I could definitely do that. That would max me at 86% Aether res. But honestly, 80% is more than enough. In fact, what did I have before? 68%? That's heaps as well. So get just probably 50% or higher. These two plus whatever you're wearing is going to be enough. And let's go kill the Aether Cow. So he's going to come out, he's going to hit you, he's going to do, you know, a bunch of Aether plumes. The thing you want to watch out for is he's going to hit the floor and shoot out a wave of Aether, then hit the floor and another wave, hit the floor, another wave. That's the thing you want to dodge. So let's get him out here. Come on, get out of the barn. There you go. These ones, you definitely want to not stand in those, but they're not the scary thing. This is the scary thing. Those waves there, they will sunder you, so you definitely don't want to get hit by that. Just go ahead and grab these, and be on our way. Revenant's Edge. Is that again Revenant's Edge? No, I haven't had that one yet. A two-handed vitality weapon. Okay. That lifesteal in Nova is a little bit interesting. 112% vitality damage on a two-hander, though, is kind of not good. Because I can get 70% on two one-handers pretty easily. And this has got 124%, and it's a one-hander. It's only 5 levels more, so yeah, I'm definitely not going to use that. Don't forget to grab the loot once you've killed him as well, so let's pick a head in here. I think that's it. There we go. Alright, let's go back to town and eat our conversation pie. Alright, old mate over here, Douglas Sullivan. I've cleared the fields. I've already killed the queen for you as well. And we will go talk to Devil's Crossing here in a bit. Let's just sell all of these. Am I going to wear the Dreadnought foot pads? It's a lot of armor. I might have to. Dreadlords, extra armor. Lose a whole bunch of stats to use this, though. No, I think we'll skip that one. Gloves, no. Nope, okay, we're good. Just make sure there's no... If I can spell. No good rings or anything like that. Nope, it's looking pretty boring. Homestead reputation, we're getting close to respected. And once we get respected, we will definitely want to check out the quartermaster down here. Okay, and the other thing we have is... Alright, hang on. We'll speak to the emissaries. You don't actually have to pick one of these either. I found that out a little while ago. The gate's open now. So once you have the quest to talk to them, you don't actually have to pick one. You can just leave. It's kind of silly to do that, but you could just walk out the gate and ignore them. Obviously, like I said, I'm not going to do that. We are joining the Death's Vigil. You will not be able to join Kaiman's Idiots, I mean Kaiman's Chosen, because they really don't like necromancers. So we are going to join the Order of Death's Vigil, gets us some XP, and we will agree to do their next quest. Okay, how are we doing for Homestead rep? Very close, but not quite. We've got 2 levels to get that, so I'm not too worried about it. On the Necromancer tree, I am tempted. I've been tempted by Siphon Souls this whole time, but also tempted by Soul Harvest. And also Mark of Torment. There's really good stuff kind of in this area, in the Necro tree. Alright, one in there. It kind of seems silly not to get Mark of Torment. Alright, let's max out Soul Harvest. We're doing that. Okay. Let's go ahead and put Mark of Torment on button 5, just because habit. And we'll put another point in Physique. How are we looking for these? 350 odd. Okay. That's fine. If need be, I could probably throw a Polished Emerald in something and get some more Physique that way, but I think that's fine. Alright, that is going to be the end of this episode, so I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.